Hello, buddy, and welcome to a tropical update here on Atlantic. This is a wide view of the Atlantic right now. You can see tropical depression Omar still hanging on here. We got invests 91 and 92 out in the open Atlantic, and we got a tropical wave coming off of Africa that has a chance of development here over the next coming days here as it starts to go over open waters here. Has a chance of formation there. We also got the remnants of what used to be Hurricane Nana trying to get going in East Pacific too, and I'll go into detail about all this a little bit here. But first, I want to start off with significant typhoon high strand currently going on in West Pacific right now. You can see it turning there in the satellite imagery. Not as good looking as it did yesterday. The eye is still well pronounced there, but like I said, it's a little bit weaker than it was yesterday. It's a 125 knot typhoon right now, no longer a super typhoon. Remember, a super typhoon is when a typhoon has 130 knot winds or greater, or 115 mile per hour winds or greater. And it'll be classified as such as a super typhoon. Um, but again, as with the latest joint typhoon warning center cone, let's go ahead and take a look at that here. Joint typhoon warning center cone, they have it at a 125 knot storm, so just below super typhoon threshold. At a 145 mile per hour, or again, like I said, 125 knot system there, which makes it a solid Category 4 storm on the Saffir-Simpson scale. And you can see they have it tracking over to some of these Japanese islands here later on with time as a still a significant storm of about looks like 115 knots there, which is a Category 4 still force typhoon there. And then as it goes over, uh, perhaps threatening South Korea yet again. Unfortunately, here as a significant typhoon for them, looks like as a weakening 85 knot, which I believe is about 100 miles per hour. It makes it a solid Category 2 Saffir-Simpson scale storm heading for them yet again. Unfortunately, here they got beaten up by Typhoon Maysak less than a week ago, and some more storms before that. So they've not really had the best of typhoon seasons here, unfortunately, in the Koreas here. Um, so hopefully it weakens a lot more than forecast here, or veers away from them. But of course, we'll see here. And it's probably not, just not, like I said, it's not going to be a great time for those of you guys in the Koreas right now. Here's a look at the reservoir imagery of Typhoon Haishen right now, and you can see how it currently looks like on satellite here. You can see earlier that a well-pronounced eye starting to degrade a little bit there over time now, becoming more and more cloud filled compared to how it was yesterday with nearly perfectly clear eye on that at the time super typhoon. Now it's back down to regular typhoon status. Still a storm to take seriously here, regardless of its intensity here. Category 4 force winds here, not to take lightly. 145 mile per hour winds or 125 knot winds are something to not take lightly at all. Um, Here's the Vorak imagery of this typhoon right now, and you can see just how it's progressed here over time here, and you can see it's just kind of just gradually degrading on with time as it's trying to do an eyewall replacement cycle here, which usually weakens storms of these intensity at least temporarily here before they try to restart re-intensification here. Here's a look at tropical depression Omar right now on Atlantic, open Atlantic right now. Still a tropical depression here, and you can see it's still holding on to some decent convection here. It's tried to fire off some really deep convection here before it got sheared off by these about 50 knots of wind shear that it's currently in right now. 50 knots, which is about, I believe, 60 miles per hour, if I'm not mistaken, or give or take a few miles per hour. And it's still trying to fight off that wind shear here and still be at least a tropical depression strength storm here, as you can see. So I'm not giving up without a fight here. Tropical depression Omar right now. Let's take a look at the forecast cone here. Again, this storm poses no threat at all to land at whatsoever. It's only going to be a threat for any shipping interests that are in the immediate vicinity of tropical depression Omar. And you can see as of this latest update, maximum sustained 1 minute winds are at 35 miles per hour, moving to the east northeast at 5 miles per hour. And that's just a quick look at tropical depression Omar currently going on in Atlantic right now. There's other stuff currently going on in Atlantic, though. I must say we have Invest 91L right here, which has a 20% chance of formation throughout the next 48 hours, and through the next 5 days, a low 30% chance of formation. Then we got Invest 92L behind it, which has a 40% chance of formation throughout the next 48 hours, and through the next 5 days, a high 80% chance of formation into at least a tropical depression strength storm or higher here with time. Then yet again is disturbance behind 92L. Disturbance number 3 has a formation chance to the next 48 hours, a low near 0% chance. Formation chance to the next 5 days, a medium 60% chance of formation there. And that's for those area of interests in Atlantic here. We can see that. Oh, well, I guess it's gonna glitch out on me, but to go ahead and look at the East Pacific while we're at it here. Look at the remnants of what used to be Hurricane Nana in the East Pacific, trying to get going in East Pacific here, and the National Hurricane Center has it. Um, I know it's not loaded on my screen here, but last I checked on it, had a medium percent chance of formation. It had it, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, unless they updated it again. Um, they had it at a 60% chance of formation through the next 48 hours to 5 days in their last outlook, and you can see that here right now actually. Formation chance for the next 48 hours is a medium 60% chance, and information chance for the next 5 days is also a medium 60% chance of formation into at least a tropical depression storm or higher here. Here's a look at the JMA on Typhoon Haishen currently going on right now in the West Pacific right now. This is the latest forecast count from the joint, not the joint, from the Japan Meteorological Agency here. And that's their latest cone on the storm. And you can see the details for Haishen currently right now on your screen here. Of course, you could stop the video right now and read that if you want to. All this good information here, right there. And remember, if you want to get official information on your localized forecasts here, take a look at the National Weather Service. Just type up weather.gov, or just type up nws.gov, .noaa.gov, or just type up NWS and or National Weather Service, and it'll probably be the first search result you'll see. Of course, you'll know you're on the correct page when you see all this good information here, and you get to click on the localized forecast here. So say if you live in Miami, you could live in. I mean, if you click on Miami here, you could take a look at the forecast for National Weather Service forecast office in Miami, Florida. Take a look at that. But say you don't live in Miami right now, but you currently in Homestead, Florida, you could go ahead and click on Homestead, and it will give you the latest 5-day graphical outlook here, and then the latest 7-day outlook in detail forecast right there. I mean, it also has a hourly weather forecast here, so you can plan your day out hour by hour here throughout the day, and it gives you all these good little features you could put onto there, or you could take off there if you want to make your plan your day out in advance here. And that's the National Weather Service here. National Hurricane Center just right here. Just type up nhc.noaa.gov, or just type up NHC, and it'll probably be the first search result on whatever search browser search engine you're using. And that's how you get official information on the Atlantic Basin, the East Pacific, and also the Central Pacific, because they're official agencies for those three basins here of the world. And get official information from them there. Elsewhere throughout the world, you could go and check over the Joint Typhoon Warning Center for 1 minute sustained wind speeds on typhoons like Typhoon Haishen, currently going on right now in the West Pacific. And then for 10 minute sustained winds here, you could go and take a look at the Japan Meteorological Agency here. They're an official agency for this basin, but they only go off of 10 minute sustained winds. So if you want to go off 1 minute sustained winds, the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, the official way to go here to get that crucial information here for you to if you only go by 1 minute sustained winds compared to the JMA here. I believe that's about it for this update here. I want to say so. Make sure you have your hurricane preparedness kit ready to go as we head towards the peak of this hurricane season here. It's not too far away from us right now at this point. So just make sure you're hurricane ready here in case you get threatened by either a tropical storm or a hurricane here, a significant hurricane here as the season progresses, and so you're not caught off guard and rushed to go complete preparations or anything of that sort throughout this season. We've already had already some significant hurricanes happen already. We've had Hurricane Hannah Hurricane Isaias, and we most recently had a significant Category 4 Hurricane Laura happen in the Gulf of Mexico not too long ago in late August here. Um, so now's the time, if you haven't done so already, to look over your hurricane preparedness kit and hurricane plan in advance for this already active hurricane season here. So hope everybody has a great day and stay safe, of course. And till then, see you guys in the next video. Peace.